Good afternoon, YouTube. I am on my way to the Ibex Dunes, which are in the very southeast corner of Death Valley National Park. This is the fourth sand dune I visited in Death Valley, starting with Eureka Dunes in the north, then the Panamint Dunes, then the Mesquite Dunes, and finally now the Ibex Dunes down here in the southeast corner. Be sure to check out my American Southwest landscape photography playlist for videos from the other dunes. I don't think they're very commonly visited. It's a pretty rough road coming out here. Definitely four-wheel drive and high clearance, sandy in places, and you also have to cross this river wash area, which right now is dry, which is good because I would not want to be out here if there's any water flowing. It's called the Amargosa River. Anyway, so I'm going to go out here and photograph these sand dunes, the Ibex sand dunes, this evening, and we'll see how it goes. So it's about a 10-mile off-road drive, and then about a 2.5-mile hike. Part of the road that goes out towards the dunes is closed, so that adds a little bit of mileage. So it's going to be about 2 to 2.5 miles each way. Well, the light on the dunes is pretty flat. The sky is pretty cloudy now. In fact, the forecast is for it to rain tomorrow, 100% chance. I really don't know how much rain, but I do know that I want to be on the other side of the river before it comes. So I'm gonna go out here this afternoon and photograph Ibex Dunes, and then probably head back into town, probably into Baker tonight. So need to resupply, one of my groceries, and yeah, then I'm gonna go to the Mojave desert area for a few days. So I believe this road used to go to a mine, possibly a talc mine, is what I've heard. So long since abandoned. So the trail is now curving to the right, more towards the middle dune, which is great. That's probably why there's tracks on that dune. Plus it's the tallest, and so everybody likes to climb the tallest. So that's great. I'm going to stay focused on these northern dunes. You see how there's a spot of light on the south dunes. That's pretty cool. I'm hoping that I will be graced with something similar on the north dunes. I hear some engine out there, like somebody's trying to drive a vehicle. It might be stuck. Not supposed to be any vehicles out here. This is a wilderness area, but somebody might be off track. Oh, I see a pair of vehicle tracks right over here on my left. Look at that. Fresh pair of vehicle tracks through the wilderness. Looking this way, it looks like there are two sets of tracks. So either one set coming in, one set going back out, or two vehicles. But anyway, not very cool. Well, I'm to the south of my main set of dunes, and unfortunately it's kind of ruined because some idiot drove their vehicles in here and up and down the dunes. So there's vehicle tracks everywhere. It's too bad because this is really a pretty scene here with these little sculpted hills down to the left, unfortunately with the tracks going through them. I could put that in the left hand side of the frame and then the main dune on the right hand side of the frame, but it's got tracks on it too. In fact, I see tracks almost all the way to the top of the dune, all the way up into here. Vehicle tracks in a wilderness area. There's a place for that, and this is not it. There's a place for that, not just right across the highway, not more than about 10 miles from here. There's a off-road vehicle area for people to drive their vehicles in the dunes. But this is wilderness. This is not the place for that. And the National Park Service has clearly signed it. no ORVs. So anyway, not sure what to do now. Guess I'll have to look around. Well, a bit out of curiosity and a bit out of frustration, I'm gonna go check out this old mine over here. This is, I believe, a old talc mine. So it was about half a mile from the North Dune, and so let's go check it out. Take my mind off the dune buggy tracks. I see they've been over on the north or in the middle dune as well. Looks like pretty much all the way to the top. Well, that looks like the talc mine down there. And it looks like there used to be tracks up to the top of this tower. And then they'd probably just dump the talc into this big wooden bin until enough was accumulated to then be dumped into some kind of truck or wagon or something down there that would transport it out of here. Pretty cool. All right, so I'm back at the dunes. The weather is definitely looking fairly ominous, pretty clouded in, and I can actually take advantage of that. So what I'm looking for now is really graphical scenes. So for example, I've got this one little bush here, and I've got the dune in the background, real simple shape, and then a dramatic sky in the background behind that. So this is kind of the track I'm going for now, is this really simple graphic type images. I'm not going to get the light for textured sand. So sort of like these isolated bushes provide a nice foreground element, especially some of these really nice healthy bushes that are around here on this dune. And then real simple dune scene in the background, and then dramatic sky behind that. So that's what I'm going for now. Let's have a look. Well, I'm pretty happy with that shot. I love the simplicity and the graphical nature of it. The western sky doesn't look too promising for dramatic sunset light. It's about half an hour to sunset, but I'll hang out here anyway just to see what happens. I'm sure I'm wasting my time, but you never know, and that's just what we have to do. Sometimes it'll surprise us. So thanks for joining me in the Ibex Dunes. See you next time.